All right, let's jump right into this. Welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking something that is so fundamental to who we are, yet it's becoming incredibly rare in our modern routines. We're going to look at exactly why we've collectively stopped reading books, and more importantly, why we desperately need to start again. Because, as we'll see, the simple act of reading has this profound impact, not just on our individual minds, but honestly on the very fabric of our society.
So, why exactly do we scroll instead of read? I mean, let's be real with ourselves for a second here. What is your default behavior the absolute second you have a free minute? For almost all of us, we reach straight for our smartphones. We are constantly choosing the screen over the page. But why? Well, the research we're looking at today points to a very specific set of modern challenges that have essentially hijacked our attention spans.
Section 1. The Modern Distraction Dilemma.
10 to 12. That is not just a random statistic. That is the actual number of hours a lot of people are working every single day. From early in the morning until late at night, our lives are just incredibly demanding. And when you're working 10 to 12 hours a day, you're exhausted. By the time you finally get a second to breathe, the idea of sitting down, actually focusing, and reading a book, it feels like climbing a mountain. So we take the path of least resistance. We default to social media, just because it requires zero cognitive effort.
Section 2. Unlocking thousands of years.
Because of that exhaustion, we make this crazy trade-off every single day. On one side, you have short videos and photos, fleeting, temporary, forgotten in 5 minutes. But on the other side, you have books, which represent this staggering investment in human growth. Books literally put thousands of years of human thought, experience, and hard-earned knowledge right into the palms of our hands. So when we choose that short video over a book, we're trading thousands of years of profound wisdom for a few seconds of empty distraction. We're actively sacrificing one of the best investments we can make in our own development.
Section 3. Timeless wisdom on reading. This whole idea is captured perfectly by Imam Ali. He said, "Knowledge is the life of hearts and the light of eyes." I absolutely love this quote because it elevates reading from just being a simple task to something deeply internal, almost spiritual. It's not just about collecting random facts, it's the lifeblood of our inner selves. It literally illuminates how we view the world around us. Without that continuous study, our vision basically stays in the dark.
And Francis Bacon builds on this idea beautifully. His take, reading makes a full man. It's incredibly concise, but man, it hits the nail on the head. Our sources emphasize that reading is absolutely crucial for character growth. Without the empathy and the vast experiences we absorb through books, we're kind of incomplete. Books fill in the gaps of our own limited daily lives, rounding us out and making us whole.
To cap off this historical deep dive, let's look at Voltaire. The more we read, the more we think, and the better we live. Notice the unbreakable chain of events he's describing here. Reading directly fuels our capacity to think. And that elevated thinking? It directly dictates the quality of our lives. It's literally a formula for human excellence.
Section 4. Personal Growth and Clarity.
Our source material makes this very specific, undeniable claim. Readers just operate differently. When you make reading a daily habit, you completely broaden your horizons. And because of that, you think more consciously. You're no longer just reacting to life on autopilot. Your analytical power shoots up, which means you make way better decisions. When you hit a roadblock, you don't panic. You find calculated, smart solutions. A book is basically a software upgrade for your mind.
Section 5. Building a better society. But it goes way beyond the individual. Reading is the foundation of societal progress. A culture that reads doesn't just produce smarter people, it fundamentally transforms communities. When people read, they become highly aware citizens. That awareness breeds responsible individuals and naturally encourages law-abiding behavior, because people can actually analyze the why behind social order. And when you have a population like that, a society is infinitely better equipped to handle its challenges, which directly reduces social harms.
It's a massive chain reaction. Step 1, it all starts with the simple individual habit of picking up a book. That single habit triggers step 2, a huge spike in a population's creativity and analytical power. And that, inevitably, leads to step 3, accelerated scientific, cultural, and economic development. You just can't have robust national progress without that first critical step.
Ultimately, promoting a culture of reading isn't just some nice-to-have optional hobby. It is the single most vital investment a culture can make. Sustainable progress doesn't start in a corporate boardroom. It starts right here with schools, libraries, and books. That's how we build a dynamic society. Every single page read is a concrete step toward a better future.
Which brings us to one final provocative thought.
Knowing that everything from your own personal clarity right up to the economic development of our entire society relies on the knowledge we consume, what one page will you read today to start building a brighter future? Look, the screens are always going to be there fighting for your attention, but thousands of years of human thought are waiting patiently for you in the pages of a book. The choice is yours. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Go start reading, and I'll catch you next time.